everyone watching right now, please like this video and subscribe, because what is happening in our country today is something every Nigerian needs to understand clearly. Federal troops have once again carried out a serious rescue operation after hours of heavy gunfire, and the details coming out from the operation are both intense and important for us to know. So let me break everything down for everybody in simple English, as clear as possible, so that no matter where you are watching from, you will understand what is going on. And as I am talking, please remember, like this video and subscribe. It really helps us bring you more accurate updates. This rescue operation started when troops received information that a group of civilians had been taken away by armed attackers. These attackers have been causing trouble for many communities, and many people have been living in fear because of them. When the troops moved in, they expected resistance, but they were not expecting the level of gunfire they met. According to reports shared earlier, the attackers were heavily armed, and they positioned themselves to block the troops from getting close to the victims. But the soldiers did not stop. They pushed forward even under pressure, because innocent people were involved. So for several hours, both sides exchanged gunfire. It was loud, it was intense, and for the victims trapped in the middle, it was frightening. But the bravery of the soldiers paid off. Bit by bit, they pushed the attackers back. Some of the attackers were forced to abandon their positions, and others ran into the bush to escape. As the soldiers advanced, they finally reached the place where the victims were held. Many of them were scared, tired, and confused, not knowing what would happen next. But when they saw the troops coming toward them, they knew help had arrived. And this is why we always say, in moments like this, bravery makes all the difference. Please remember to like this video and subscribe as I continue this story, because many people need to hear it. Now, the soldiers immediately evacuated the rescued victims to a safe location. Medical teams attended to them to make sure everyone was stable. Some of the victims were weak because of how long they had been held. Some were still shaking from the sound of gunfire. But by the end of the operation, dozens of people who could have been lost were alive, safe, and receiving care. And this is not just about one rescue. This is part of a larger effort happening across the country. Troops in different regions have been working day and night to reduce these attacks, rescue victims, and stop criminals from taking over communities. The truth is that the country has been facing a lot of security challenges. Kidnapping, attacks, and fear have become too common. Parents worry when their children go to school. Travelers worry when they enter the highway. Villagers worry when the sun goes down. Too many people have been living with fear. But operations like this one remind us that there are people out there still fighting to protect us. Soldiers putting their lives at risk. Security teams responding even when the situation is dangerous. So when we talk about this rescue, we are also talking about the bigger picture, the hope that things can still get better. And please, again, if you are hearing this clearly, like this video and subscribe so we can reach more people with accurate and calm information. Now let me take you deeper into what this kind of operation really means. When troops engage in several hours of heavy gunfire, it is not easy. They carry heavy gear, they move through dangerous terrain. They must stay alert because one mistake can lead to a disaster. Every second counts. They don't know how many attackers are hiding in the area. They don't know whether the attackers have traps or explosives set around. They don't know the exact condition of the victims, yet they still press forward. And even after rescuing the victims, the job is not finished. The troops still have to sweep the area. They have to check for remaining threats. They have to search for attackers who ran away. They have to gather information that can help prevent another attack. This is why operations take hours. It is not just the rescue. It is the follow-up work that ensures the area remains safe. But one thing we should also think about is the emotional effect on the victims. Being held by attackers, not knowing if help will come, hearing gunshots around you, this is something no human being should experience. Many rescued people suffer trauma afterwards. This is why psychological support is very important. healing is not only physical, it is mental too. And while we celebrate this rescue, we must also acknowledge that many families in the country are still waiting for good news. Some people have loved ones who were taken months ago. Some communities have been attacked repeatedly. Some parents have not seen their children return from school. And this is where we all need to stay aware and stay united. Before I continue, please don't forget like this video and subscribe so that we can keep discussing important stories like this with clarity and calmness. Now, let's talk about how these operations connect with the larger security efforts happening nationwide. In several regions of the country, troops have been carrying out patrols, searching forests, blocking dangerous roads, and following intelligence reports. These efforts have led to the rescue of many victims and the arrest of many suspects. The goal is to reduce the strength of these criminal groups and make it harder for them to operate. One important thing to understand is that security is not only the job of the government. Communities also play a role. When people report suspicious movement, when they share information, when they cooperate with authorities, it becomes easier to prevent attacks before they happen. And this is why awareness is important. Please, as you listen, like the video and subscribe, because the more people hear this message, the more communities can stay alert. Now let me explain another important angle, why these attackers keep trying and why the troops keep responding. Many of these groups operate in hidden areas, deep forests, abandoned settlements, empty farmlands. They take advantage of places where government presence is weak. They target travelers, farmers, schools, and small communities. But every time troops respond strongly, like in this heavy gunfire rescue, it weakens the confidence of these attackers. It shows them that they cannot operate freely. But we also need long-term solutions, good roads, more jobs, better communication between communities and security forces, stronger local policing. These are the things that will reduce the pressure on our soldiers, because the soldiers cannot be everywhere at once. And as I continue this gist, please make sure you have liked this video and subscribed, because the story is still long and the message is still important. This rescue also reminds us of something. Every life matters. Whether the victim is young or old, rich or poor, known or unknown, every life is important. And that is why these operations matter. When one person is rescued, it is a victory for the whole community.